the stream.
Send streams. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Dropback NFL live stream brought to you by the boys at Brick Ballin. I'm your host this week, Matt, and we are joined by Staniel Wilson with a rather attractive-looking bucket hat.
Cheers,
and
Matt.
Joe Stanza with possibly the best T-shirt he's ever worn in his goddamn life. Joe, show it to the camera.
Here
There it is.
Founding member of the Scotch Egg Appreciation Society.
I did not know I needed that T-shirt in my life, but I did.
It's brilliant.
You don't.
Before we crack on with the show, can we talk? There's something I want to talk to Joe about actually.
Bring it.
VR boxing. What is it actually like?
Oh my god! Yes.
Fucking intense. I think I mentioned this before, but like, I didn't really know what I was getting into. It's like an actual a proper workout. You feel like you're actually there. I mean, you can't move around the ring because you're only in like a 2 meter by 2 meter square, but you can kind of
you're in your goddamn house, is why, Joe. For you listeners at home, for a bit of context, Joe has an Oculus and he's basically been smashing out VR boxing like he's a goddamn athlete.
Yeah,
and I mean, he's getting stacked. Getting stacked,
Joe. What's your record, Joe?
I've lost one because I came in very, very unfit, and it was like an 8-round
game plan
fight.
Wasn't right.
Hey, you took him to 8 rounds. That's still pretty impressive.
No, I didn't take. It was an 8-round fight. I did not go 8 rounds. I can't remember which round it was.
Keel over in your imaginary 2 meter square.
I just didn't realize it was going to be 8 rounds, and it got to like round 5, and I had nothing left, and I was just standing there because they give you like a minute rest in between. So I'd like positioned a chair just where I could sit down, and I had like the water next to me and stuff.
Yeah. All this while you're just in your bedroom, by the way, for context.
No, I was in the garden. I'm not an animal.
Oh, you're in the garden. Nice.
More space.
That's smart, to be fair. That's smart. The neighbours must think you're a psychopath.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I usually do it in my underwear as well. Just like, so they just look outside.
For the fear factor.
Exactly, the intimidation.
To be fair. That is pretty jokes. So, yeah, VR boxing, is that a big yes on that?
A big yes. If you actually want to, like, you can't play it for more than 30 minutes. You'll get completely spent.
That's a challenge.
It actually feels like you're sparring without taking brain damage. So I would recommend. It's good for fitness.
It's all the best bits of sparring.
Plus, who likes running? Like, who?
That is true.
Why? Why would you run?
It sucks. Yeah, I mean, on that note as well, apologies, people, for the slightly later than usual start time for the live stream today. I was at preseason football training.
Wrong kind of football.
Wrong kind of football, exactly. Apologies for that. And also Slew, we've lost Slew. He's off the radar. Who knows what's happened to him? But yeah, I mean, that's why we're a little bit late. But I mean, I guess it is preseason American football training time as well. So
this season, we're in the season now.
It is season. Shit, that is correct.
I got my first game on Sunday. Slew's first game's in like 2 weeks, I think. Slew's
getting ready for it. So, I mean, if you're looking to get in a little bit of extra fitness training, maybe Joey's in 2030 with his training regime here with VR boxing.
Wait for... Yeah. I use Thrill of the Fight at the moment, but Thrill of the Fight 2, it's got PvP online. So we can get some tournaments. We can get some sparring sessions going. It's going to be great.
Oh, my God. That is going to be crazy. I can't wait till Joe trains himself to be like #1 in the world of virtual boxing.
Virtual boxing.
That'd be quite cool. Also, on that note, if you do happen to be in the Wembley vicinity for the game on Sunday, before that, stop by Wembley Stallions. South East Legion will be taking on Wembley Stallions. So stop by, watch some great football, and hopefully we'll take down the Stallions.
Yeah, I like that, Stan. Try and outcompete with the fucking English.
No, we're earlier in the day.
It's basically the same.
The warm-up game. We're like on the undercard.
Nice. Yeah. Good. Well, if you are in the vicinity and you're not completely boozed up at the time, then
even if you are boozed up, come on.
In fact, actually, it'd be better if you are. If you're down the Green Man, you've got 3 hours to kill, then head over and watch your very own Stan and the boys take on as Wembley Stallions, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Big game. Well, so everyone who will have a Brit Ball fixture, a Baffa fixture this weekend, best of luck. But for now, let's get into some NFL news, guys. And it has been dry, as it always is at this time of the off-season. But we did have some news dropping, and it's Hard Knocks season, and it is the Dallas Cowboys who are going to be on your screens yet again, because we saw them pretty recently with the whole Amazon All or Nothing series, if you do remember. But hey, more Cowboys. So if you're that way inclined, good result, I guess. But But I think there will be some interesting storylines here. What do you guys what are you guys looking forward to seeing from Dak and the boys?
I'm going to be honest with you. I've been a football fan for quite a few years, and I've still never watched an episode of Hard Knocks.
What is wrong with you? Get off the street.
Really?
I've never watched Hard Knocks.
I mean, it's the same every year. To be fair,
I don't understand how you can get like a meaningful takeaway from it when it's literally just staged, scripted reality TV. Like they're fishing for content essentially. Like I like the all or nothing.
It's not staged.
Wow.
People play up to the cameras. Yeah, fair enough. There was that one, the Texans Hard Knocks, where like JJ Watt is like staying after hours for like 9 hours or something. It's like I don't know if you would just go that far if there wasn't a bunch of cameras there. But
you questioning JJ Watt?
No.
Yeah, don't question his integrity. He's in the desert now. He's one of us.
Because tell you what, Joe, that is a virtual boxing match you would lose.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to see.
You reckon you could beat JJ Watt in a virtual boxing match?
A virtual boxing? It's not boxing.
Yeah, but still, like, no disrespect to you,
I'm going off the fact that he's probably never virtually boxed before.
I know, but
and he doesn't know all the
hours. But his fitness is going to be like.
Yeah, I don't care about his fitness. I know all the cheesy tactics, mate.
Like what?
I know the exact punch to get around every
below
guard.
the belt.
He's just.
I have tried. That doesn't do anything, unfortunately.
Oh my god! But yeah, I mean, I don't know if Hard Knocks is particular. I don't know if I'd subscribe to the theory that it's very staged. I would say they definitely don't show you a lot of stuff, but I don't think the stuff they do show you is particularly scripted or anything like that. If I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Antonio Brown deliberately throws off his foot for Hard Knocks.
That would have been a wild script to prepare.
Yeah, to be fair,
that was a wild Hard Knocks.
Brown being an idiot.
That was a good Hard Knocks, and also, I mean, to the question of what you're looking forward to seeing on Hard Knocks, they always smash the soundtrack out of the park. To be fair, with Hard Knocks, they do a hell of a job with getting some tunes on there.
You're looking forward to the soundtrack.
I'm looking forward to the soundtrack of Hard Knocks.
Let's go. Top 10 Hard Knocks soundtracks of all time.
No,
best feature songs.
I mean, while we're talking about the Raiders one, the opening episode where they had was it California by Childish Gambino with the hot air balloons coming over. That was pretty sweet. That was a sweet little transition they dropped in there.
They always have some pretty nasty little transitions and really nice montages of players hitting each other and stuff.
Whoever's doing the montages and transitions on Hard Knocks, have a day.
Give him a pay rise.
Fair play.
It's probably like a lot of people.
Yeah, well, it's the hell of a team.
It's the NFL.
But yeah,
moving on to like football related interesting things I'd be looking into on Hard Knocks would be, you kind of mentioned him, but Dak. I want to see how he comes back off his injury.
The Dak back.
The prep into like the comeback season would be nice to see, like because he's a potential comeback player of the year next year, I imagine. Yeah.
And he's the franchise guy as well, to be fair. Like, I think that is always an interesting sort of look into thinking about like sporting context and what's an interesting sort of part of being a professional athlete. Like that comeback from big injuries is such a journey, and it's such an interesting sort of thing, like to be a fly on the wall for as well, I think. So definitely that Dak process of getting back to full fitness and going through mini camp, training camp, getting ready for the season, I think will be really interesting to see. And also it was a horrible injury. I think I don't think you'll see a football fan or someone with a heart that doesn't want to see Dak Prescott succeed next season. I mean, obviously Eagles fans and stuff are going to be a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think Slew does.
They'll be like, let's not get carried away now, Dak. But I think everyone wants to see him bounce back because it was a horrible thing to see.
Unless you live in New York, Philadelphia, or Washington.
Yeah, but I mean, I think even those fans they don't want him to like get re-injured or stink, right? They want him to like. They'd be happy for Dak to have an okay season, whereas I think the majority of
if only we had an Eagles fan on our hosting team to join us on the show.
If only that would be sweet.
Yeah,
no dice.
And another one I would be interested in as well, because they always do this on Hard Knocks. They have, they go they'll pick like an early rounder rookie to kind of just follow around. I mean, they did it with I've completely forgotten his name, but the safety in the Raiders.
Jonathan
And he
Abrams.
was like, yeah, that's the one.
When he just
When he was
went
like,
around spearing people.
yeah, and then he got injured shortly afterwards. But
Who'd have seen that coming?
It'll be Micah
Yeah.
Parsons this year for sure.
Yeah, actually,
No,
that'll be quite cool.
it has to be Kelvin Joseph.
It won't be Kelvin Joseph.
no.
It has to
Joe-
be.
Joe
I would
Talkie
love
boy.
it to be. I would love it to be, but like
It's
it'll
gotta be
just
Boss
Micah
Man Fat.
Parsons.
Yeah,
It's gotta be
if you've
Boston
tuned
Fat.
into any previous episodes of the Drop Back podcast, we've talked about the Cowboys since the draft. Yeah, Joe is high on Newsom and Bossman Fat, as he prefers to be called by his
I
friends.
just think Micah Parsons isn't going to be very interesting. Like, he doesn't seem like he's going to have a lot to say when you
Mate,
compare it to someone like
He
Kelvin
whips his
Joseph,
knob out in
who's
college locker rooms. Like he might not be the most.
allegedly.
You have no idea the amount of NFL players who have whipped their knob out in college.
No, but I mean,
locker
in the
rooms.
context, like he got involved with like hazing stuff like that. Like he's probably not a nice guy, but he'd be interesting to have on a TV
so
show.
many people playing in the league probably
No, but he got done for
involved in
hazing. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know, but like
he got
it was
done
all
when everyone's got
public
a phone and they can just
Yeah, it's a tough time to be hazing.
exactly.
My advice:
Yeah.
don't do it.
Don't haze, just let.
But there are
people-
definitely people in the Hall of Fame who are.
Oh hell yeah, there are probably some absolute.
There's probably
jokes
people in
the
this
Hall of
room.
Fame. There's one with a Scotch egg t-shirt I'm
Definitely
looking at right now.
Yeah, if you
Nah.
joined any sports team with Joe in it, he would haze the fuck out of you.
Nah, Joe's
I'm not
pretty
that
sound. To be fair. From actually living with him at university, he's actually pretty sound.
Although
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Slew told me
story.
about that story.
We're not
It's just
we're not
Oreo.
going to talk about it.
there are some skeletons in that.
Joe, is this the Oreo one?
Now it's obvious, isn't it?
Oh, the Oreo one's not even that bad, to be fair.
But they just, we got some people to do the cookie run. If anyone's watched Blue Mountain State, you'll understand what I mean.
Allegedly, there was no proof it actually happened.
Allegedly.
Exactly. But yeah, like I also don't think we'll see a lot of Micah Parsons purely because I think it might be a bit cynical, but a lot of our sort of understanding of Micah Parsons transitioning to the NFL is that he's probably got quite a lot to sort of get to grips with. And from a purely PR standpoint, I don't think the Cowboys are going to heavily feature Micah Parsons if he is having a very sort of sharp learning curve experience with getting to grips with the NFL. They're not going to be, they're not going to want their first round, early round pick being shown up in terms of like getting bombed in coverage and stuff like that. I mean, hopefully he doesn't, but
their early second round pick, who is
getting
very
bombed in
outspoken
coverage.
and, I just want to see how it taps up to the off the field rumors that people were saying. I want to see what his actual personality's like.
I mean, what you've gathered, Joe? What are you expecting to see out of
a lot of trash talk, I imagine, in practice and stuff. Maybe a good old scrap after there's one on every single Hard Knocks. There's
it's
like
when they do the joint scrimmages, isn't it?
that one's a guaranteed scrap.
That's like
Scrimmages are
guaranteed.
stupid ideas from that perspective.
What do you mean?
Well, the fact that you've just got two teams trying to practice together, like when they actually just hate each other or might even face each other in the season. Like
they're never playing each other.
Yeah, there's always
usually,
two teams that just have nothing to do. Like Miami have got a joint scrimmage with the Bears this season, so like make of that what you will. I no ill feelings towards the Bears. I have no strong feelings towards the Bears. They're
The only issue with that is if you go to the Super Bowl against the Bears, and even then it's not really an issue because it's not like you're using your
your playbook
season
will have evolved so
playbook.
much by then anyway.
Yeah,
and also I'm not trying to tempt fate here, fellas, but I don't think the Bears or Miami.
Thank you.
Okay,
There you
the
go.
Super
You
Bowl
saved
this
yourself there,
season.
he
Matt.
said it.
I respect your honesty. I love
That
it.
hurt, but yeah.
Yeah.
2 years time, though, we got it.
But I'm looking forward to a scrap as well. Just a good old scrap. Happens every season.
Yeah, that's the
whether
virtual
it's
box
the
from you.
exactly. My favorite scrap was, I don't know, it definitely wasn't Hard Knocks, but have you seen the Martellus Bennett one?
Yes, yeah. I know which one you're talking about. That's a big old
if you
scrap.
don't know, look it up on YouTube. He's a crazy guy. I think he gave an interview. It must have been a Hard Knocks because he had like an interview segment afterwards where he's talking about it.
Yeah, I think it was Hard Knocks.
And he just seems like I would not want to VR box him because
He's
he'd
a weird
probably
fella.
find where I live, murder me.
Probably. Well, I mean, I don't think he'd murder you. I think he'd just punch you in the face.
Which would, again,
How weak is your
manslaughter me.
Wow. I don't like the lack of faith in your chin there, Joe, but whatever. Also, I mean, another interesting segment for the Cowboys is what the hell they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball now after that absolute shite show with your number one city councilman Mike Nolan last season.
I mean, hopefully it improves under the new defensive coordinator, and hopefully their front seven can sort of just recoup from their lack of talent on the back end of things. Like,
do you have Robert Quinn?
They got Robert Quinn. Micah Parsons is in as well. Hopefully we got like a full season of healthy LVE and Jalen Smith. The interior of the line, it should be better. Like, it's a difficult situation, but that front seven is going to need to step up.
They are in a good position because they literally can't play worse defensively than they did last season. It would be
and their division's actually quite weak as well. They're in a very weak division.
Division blows. Sorry, Slew. Not here to defend it. Also, I've just remembered. I might be. It might be the wrong person I'm thinking of here, but I'm fairly certain Robert Quinn is the dude that believes in mermaids. I think that came.
Is it Robert Quinn or is it? I'm thinking of an interior lineman.
Oh, it's gonna be a lineman. It has to be a lineman. Like,
I'm fairly certain
that was on a Hard Knocks as well, wasn't that on like the Dolphins Hard Knocks? So it can't have been Robert Quinn.
No, we have Robert Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
He absolutely stunk it up, but we did have Robert Quinn.
I don't think it was Robert.
I think it was when he was was he with the Rams?
Oh, maybe.
I think it was when he was with the Rams. But yeah, I mean, I could be completely off, but from memory, I think the dude believes in mermaids, which is
not the same as dolphins. Very different.
I mean, dolphins are real. They will get you.
Have you ever seen one in real life?
Yeah, swam with a dolphin. I'm sick.
Right. Need to show off.
I'm kind of trying to find. Oh no, it is Hayes, William Hayes.
Willie Hayes.
Willie Hayes from the Los Angeles Rams, 2016 Hard Knocks.
Was it him
Did
or
he
a
say
different
he doesn't
person?
believe in dinosaurs as well?
That was it. There was definitely someone who didn't believe in dinosaurs, which was wild.
Yeah, so according to Jeff Fisher, I remember him getting really excited about the potential of moving out here from St. Louis to Los Angeles when the team relocated, because he knew he would be closer to mermaids here on the West Coast.
Now, I don't know what you guys think of this, but I really want to fucking see a weirdo like that on Hard Knocks this season.
It's brilliant. I wish I knew people like that.
Get me a dude that believes in mermaids.
Why can't my D lineman be like that on my team?
Yeah, stupid, sensible D lineman with an.
Yeah, we just have a linebacker who's like permanently just buzzing on pre-workout because he has like 3 spoonfuls before each training session.
Is he doing the TikTok trend where you snort the pre-workout?
No, but he's just a nutter.
That's hella bad for you.
Yeah, we do not condone Huey's behaviour, but he's an absolute nutter and he's every running back's worst nightmare. So the pre-workout, probably a health concern, but it is worth it.
Definitely.
I wouldn't do 3 of them though.
I don't know if it's 3. I might be exaggerating.
It's equivalent to like 40 coffees if you do 3 of it.
That is bad for your heart. And also, it's not designed to be taken as a powder. It's designed to be dissolved in water. So if you do snort it, then
that is true.
Changes the chemical reaction in your body.
Don't snort pre-workout, kids.
Don't snort anything.
Good idea.
If you take anything away from this episode, do not snort pre-workout.
Or anything.
Or anything. There you have it. Who says we're not progressive?
Brilliant. We're a health and safety podcast.
Could you imagine if we weren't that? How boring that would be. Just every week, different health and safety tips. And if we really struggle for content in next off season, then we'll bring it. But yeah, any other sort of notable Cowboy storylines or insights you're hoping to gain from Hard Knocks? Yeah, good. Okay.
I want to see what Zeke's like in general, but it's not really a
We already
storyline.
got a big dose of Zeke when they did the Amazon Prime one. I know he was sort of hush-hush because he was going through some legal stuff at the time. So we didn't get a huge amount of Zeke. But, I mean, Zeke's Zeke. He likes cereal and eating things. That's his whole motif. And
but I mean, coming off the back of what was a disappointing season.
He's going to have a bounce back year. I want him in fantasy this year.
Well, tough shit.
I'm going to get him.
Don't have him in our league at the moment.
No, it's because I haven't been drafting in R1.
Yeah, should we address that as well? Like, I genuinely, so we were in a few the drop back are in a few fantasy leagues, but we were in a big charity fantasy league. And there was some contentious decisions amongst the boys in terms of some picks. Me and Joe, at one point, Stan and Slew stopped answering their phones, and me and Joe just went ahead and picked
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. And
Twats.
Who else was it?
To be fair, we were both working probably.
So running back.
Good for you. Yeah, we picked a running back. But the main thing was Slew was outraged that we passed on Robert Woods to take Jamar Chase.
I was outraged at that as well. That might be me who said that.
Suck.
That's such a ceiling. Think of the ceiling, mate.
And also, who would you rather like? I'm not trying to pour hate on Robert Woods because Robert Woods is a very good receiver.
He's a very good receiver.
All right, well, buy him a drink. But like, who would you rather? Like, you can go and watch one. Like, you can go and watch a game, and the big receiver is either going to be Robert Woods or Jamar Chase.
Right.
Who are you more interested in watching?
Jamar Chase every day of the week, but we don't. This is fantasy football. This is a numbers game. This isn't about who's the most interesting.
Yeah, it's a numbers game, and Justin Jefferson was one of the best fantasy wide receivers last year.
They went to the same school. They went to the same school.
Jamar Chase was better than Justin Jefferson.
They're different
while
types
they were
of.
playing.
You can't just say, "Oh yeah, they were better in college, therefore he's going to have a better rookie season." I guarantee you, Jamar Chase will not have a better rookie season than Justin Jefferson.
I'm not saying that.
You're going
I'm
to
just
have
saying
to put a sandwich on that one, Stan.
We can if you want, but
I do want.
You can't make
a better rookie season
and not back it up with bread.
I mean, Justin Jefferson had a pretty darn. He broke
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Was it the reception record?
Yep, broke the yardage record for a rookie receiver.
It's pretty good. Really good.
Yeah, I'm not sandwiching that. I mean, we don't even track these sandwiches anyway.
What about you do Jamar Chase's rookie year versus this second year from Justin Jefferson?
No, because that would be
more interesting.
But I don't care about that. There's no.
Oh, your favorite colour is beige as well, isn't it?
Who outplays them this year?
I'll do Woods versus Chase in fantasy this year. I'll say Woods gets a hell of a lot more points than Chase does.
Oh, go on then. I'll take you up on that.
You want to do it? Right. I'm actually going to try.
Woods
I'm
gets more points than Chase. What are you doing? You scrambling to find a notepad.
I'm going to do it on my notes page. I'm going to make a sandwich tracker, the official drop back sandwich tracker, located
we can
on
put that on the
Stan's
website.
notes.
That'd be sweet.
We should do
that.
Should
be like an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to make a note of it
calculation.
now, and then I'll make it into an Excel spreadsheet or Google Sheet or something, and I'll share it to you
boys.
boys.
Backtrack like 2 years
2021, fellas. We're not using fucking Excel.
Exactly. Yeah.
When I say Excel, I just meant Google Sheets. The same software.
Proper name. Dope. Okay. Nice. Sandwich, baby. Shall we move on to? I mean, let's move on to some films because
I like films.
You like films, Stan? Do you like films?
I do like films. What films in particular?
Well, let me tell you about a football film. Kurt Warner, the man, the myth, the legend, is dropping a football biography film December 2021. It hits screens. I can't remember what it's actually called. It's something like Football Underdog or something, right?
Yeah, it's got a really cringy name at the moment. I don't like it.
The most cliche name you can think of. But I mean, Kurt Warner's a bit of a legend, so it will be. I mean, I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be outraged if there's not a heavy segment on this time of the Amsterdam Admirals in NFL Europe.
Should we have a live watch party?
We could well do that. Don't know if that's legal.
Probably not.
As long as we don't show the actual film, we'll be fine.
Do it like
watching our reaction.
Or like we could be like the Mark Goldbridges of football films.
Could be. Yeah, Mark Goldbridge does a hell of a job.
There's definitely I've definitely seen a picture of him wearing or whoever's wearing NFL Europe kit.
There needs to be a sizable part of that. That film has got to have a sizable portion when he is in Amsterdam, just slinging tuddies in NFL Europe. But yeah, I mean, I guess that got us thinking about best American football films.
Well,
there's lots useful.
Before we get into that, do you think we were kind of talking about this on the group chat a little bit, but do you think Kurt Warner's like playing career, including obviously the NFL Europe and the arena football, is like the best story?
No. It's varied.
Out of all the playing careers that
I think it pretty much is.
To be fair to him, actually, it is interesting the fact of how like non-linear it is. Like we usually just see like NFL, like very good athlete goes to high school is pretty good, goes to college is pretty good, gets drafted into the NFL. Like sometimes he's an undrafted rookie and like does really well to get a roster spot, and there's that fight. Like those are usually the narratives, right? So the fact that he had to go away and do so many different things is pretty dope. I get the impression Kurt Warner's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, I mean, he was the MVP of the Arena League while he was still working as a
stacking shelves,
shelf stacker,
and American sports films love that as well. The whole like underdog,
rags to riches. It's the American dream, isn't it?
Mate. It's American dream, which he does encapsulate in that respect. I mean, who else? What other sort of stories?
The only ones I can think of aren't really playing career ones. It's more like they just went through hardship in their lives, which a lot of NFL players have. It's obviously like Ray Lewis and Patrick Willis, Josh Jacobs, Michael Orr, which obviously we saw. Blindside is one of the best football films out there, really.
Blindside is
James Conner's story is actually pretty impressive as well, fighting back from cancer.
Yeah, that is true.
And the season he had, his rookie season, was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's a tough break, and he powered through that. Who's the other one? I'm thinking of. There's a running back who was like homeless for
Josh Jacobs.
That was it, Josh Jacobs. That would be another sort of sick rags to riches story as well.
And he played at Alabama. Mental.
That is wild.
Do you want a little interesting tidbit on Kurt Warner, by the way?
Do I? Of course I do.
Please, Joe.
Yeah, he's the most, as of 2021, the year of our God, he is the most recent player to win both MVP and Super Bowl MVP in the same season.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty impressive. That's a hell of a season.
Baby Kurt.
But I couldn't believe like no one's actually won both since then. Like it's been a good 20 years.
That's true, actually. That's very true.
I would have thought Brady did it 1 year, or like Rodgers or something.
Yeah, you would have think he would like because he had an MVP season, obviously. Like you'd think
quite wild that Brady hasn't.
Yeah.
Although I guess playoff Brady is a different animal.
It is. I think he's a phenomenal player. It is quite confusing how he hasn't won it already. To be honest with you, so yeah.
What a play!
I guess Brady would be up there in terms of like playing career stories as well.
Yeah, but he just won't hang up the damn cleats
because he's playing still pretty much just below his peak, if not still at his peak, which is pretty phenomenal.
I'm sick of it. Too long.
Get out.
But yeah. Anyway, best football films. I know I see you had a sneaky little shout for Blindside there, Joe. Big fan of that.
Blindside's a great film.
It is a great film. Do you remember in university where I managed to do my dissertation on American football films? So we just got to watch loads of American football films.
That's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of them. I'm a big fan of The Longest Yard, you know.
I don't like The Longest Yard. I'll be honest.
Do you mean the original or the Adam Sandler Longest Yard?
Adam Sandler was the nail in the coffin, but I wasn't a huge fan of the original, if I'm honest.
I never saw the original. I just watched the Adam Sandler one.
Well,
I think it's all right. I prefer Waterboy as If we're talking about,
Oh, his voice! I can't do his voice. That just does my head in. That voice.
it's a fucking classic, mate.
I can't believe there are so many good American football films, and you've opened with fucking Waterboy.
I didn't
Waterboy's
open with
great.
it. I was responding to another Adam Sandler football
Too
film.
Too soon in the
As if he's
conversation.
done two as well.
That is ridiculous. Stop paying this man to do football films. I mean, I'm going to say is Remember the Titans for me is the best football film in the world.
Yeah, it's up there.
It's timeless. It is a classic. It gets the ratio right between football action and off-field storyline.
Yeah.
That's the key for me, because you get some films where it's all off the field and you're just like, I want to see someone hit someone in a really staged way.
Yeah.
And you get that.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt, like the opposite way about The Blind Side. It's a really good film, but it's not really about football. Like, football's just sort of there in the background, tying it all together, but it's not a football film. It's just mainly about the story. My personal favorite is Any Given Sunday, though.
Oh, Any Given Sunday.
Yeah,
is such a show. Yeah.
Great Al Pacino speech. 6 inches in front of your face.
Can I count Ace Ventura: Pet Detective as a football film?
You know what? I'll allow it, because the Dolphins feature very heavily in that narrative in a really fucking weird way.
I just realised I've missed the chance of an absolute lifetime here. I've got an Ace Ventura and Dan Marino T-shirt from the guys over at National Vintage League as well, and I didn't wear it for the episode.
God damn it, Stan.
That is my serious oversight on my behalf.
It's all right. It happens. Not again. It doesn't happen twice, but it happens.
Right, here we go. Let's go through. We've got a shout here from Terrell Burgess. I quite like this. I'm a fan
Terrell Burgess.
Yes.
Draft day.
We
I don't know
mentioned
how
it
we
a
didn't
few
mention
times.
this already. Yeah, I don't know how we didn't mention this in the conversation.
So, first lesson of this live stream was don't snort anything.
Second lesson is
lesson.
Vontae Mack no matter what.
Yeah.
Exactly. Second lesson
You just
is
ruined
watch,
the God.
watch draft day. Watch draft day. It is a roller coaster.
It's
It is a
so
roller coaster.
like outrageous. Just like the
It's just somebody's watched an NFL draft and just times it by 1,000.
It's crazy.
Lunacy.
Nah.
Why are all
Someone
Kevin
played,
Costner
like-
sports films is absolutely just ridiculous as well? Have you guys seen Field of Dreams?
Field of Dreams is weird.
It is so weird.
I have
Like,
not.
people talk about it as being like one of the best sports films, best baseball film. Like, it's just a weird film. And
The
so,
best
like,
baseball
draft
film
days-
is Moneyball.
Yes. Oh, money.
Oh,
I've got the
Moneyball.
book. I got the book of that. It's brilliant.
Didn't realize it was a book.
Glorious.
It's the book just
Yeah.
numbers.
The book came first. It's basically for nerdy baseball people like me, basically.
Hell yeah.
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 Hell yeah.
Baseball's such a basic sport. And
Hey, we're not here to make
economists
enemies.
just
We're not here to make
ruins
enemies.
the-
So let's just
Yeah.
push that one under the rug.
Draft day is
Burgess.
a must watch though. I mean, it's basically
100%.
like when you would load up a Madden save and just do ridiculous trades before the draft and end
Yeah.
up with
That literally is it.
like 3 or 4 first round picks.
My favourite scene is still the end. It's still the end bit when he's screwing over the Seattle GM, and then you ask, "Oh, what do we need? Oh, we need special teams." Like,
You're
that-
ruining it again.
I
I
don't
mean,
care,
to
Joe.
be fair to Stan, it has been out for a long time.
Yeah, if you haven't watched
Yeah.
it by now, go watch it. Pause
And
the
to
live
me,
stream. In fact, we've already
Didn't
ruined this.
mention
There's no point.
capital, so it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
And hell of a film, Draft Day. Big
Ma-
fan of that.
maybe we should have put like hashtag spoilers in the title.
Maybe you should have. I'm fairly certain that was your task.
I've been
It's your
working all
task to
day.
stop mentioning key plot points in the story of these films, Stan.
Yeah, I've deferred stream responsibilities to someone else.
Hell yeah.
I think
Friday Night Lights, Andrew Hayden.
Yeah, Joe-
Hatton. What a shout.
I can't pin
What a
because
shout.
I'll pin it up on the screen for you, Joe, just because you're a guest
Get
on the show.
Andrew's comment
Thanks,
on
mate.
there right
Cheers.
now.
Cheers.
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, this
Huge.
the
film.
TV show is amazing,
TV show's
but there is also the film is actually one of the best football films. Now I think about it as well.
Big time.
Very
Yeah.
emotional, and the soundtrack to that, the film Friday Night Lights, is probably one of the best like original
So
scores
strong.
out there.
So strong. Yeah.
10 out of
Friday
10
Night
would
Lights
recommend.
is such such a good 2-for-1 because, like you said, the series is awesome as well.
It is true.
And the film stands up. Oh, that would be sick. Terrell Burgess, wish there was an American football movie version of Moneyball. That would be outrageous.
The thing with this is the way
Patriots.
it's I think they could possibly deal on about how Belichick built the Patriots team, but the key like difference between American football and baseball is the importance of numbers. Whereas like baseball, you could like the stats are in context, whereas football stats, you can take them out of context so easily, and like they need to be PFF examples of just people who just take stats and just run with them, and they end up meaning absolutely nothing. Like baseball, obviously stats mean absolutely everything pretty much, but yeah.
I think the thing with the reason they could do Moneyball in in baseball is that the whole point of it was just to get on base. Like that was the main. It's just like people would just purposely take walks whenever possible just to get on first base.
Like that Greek guy they had, and it's just about getting on base, and maybe just sacrificing the importance of having big hitters for people who just get on base. Like in ground ball pitches as well. They had this guy they picked up. He was a minor leaguer on another team. He was like a Submariner pitcher, so he literally threw the ball like underarm pretty much. And he gets outs, but just not in a traditional way. And I do like your idea of doing something similar with the Patriots, because obviously they built the team in a very very different way.
Your
Obviously,
job.
Tom Brady being Tom Brady being the late round pick that he was, it was all very unconventional.
Yeah, Bill Belichick picks up like a janitor in the 7th round, and he's an All-Pro next year.
A janitor.
To be fair, Bill Belichick's ability to draft, I think, is massively overstated.
And more so his ability to coach players as well.
In recent years, it definitely has. In recent
years, he hasn't drafted well at all. Like the last All-Pro they drafted was their punter.
And a baby.
Yeah.
Kick that footy.
On the topic of Moneyball, if you have not read Moneyball, go read it. If you haven't watched Moneyball, go watch it as well. Phenomenal film.
Big film.
Big film.
I've just done a little Google on top American football films, and I can't believe I can't believe Concussion didn't spring to mind. Ironically,
it's another one that
I haven't seen that.
Concussion is a roller coaster. It is sad, but it is interesting.
Yeah,
I've been concussed.
The actual doctor, weirdly enough, didn't have a Nigerian accent at all.
Yeah, that was a strange directorial decision to stick that in there.
They just read the name of the character and they're like, wow.
Sounds like he needs a Nigerian accent. So yeah.
But that's another one where it's about football, but it's not like
not the main thing. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, it is, but it's more
Tell you what, really, if you weren't a big fan of some of the decisions that the NFL makes in general, watch Concussion, and you will dislike the NFL as a business.
Yeah, that caused a big hysteria when it actually came out.
Yeah, they do not come out of that as a company well. But can't wait for kickoff. 65 days to go, something like that.
Yeah, love the NFL. Big fans of their work.
Yeah. Would welcome some sort of sponsorship from them. What's the Mean Machine? I guess we've got to mention as well. Is it Mean Machine?
Mean Machine is from Adam Sandler.
Is it?
Again. Yeah.
Why do we keep? I mean,
he's the king of sports films.
Is he? For someone so I mean, to be fair to him, very good basketball player.
He is.
He's been playing a lot of pickup recently.
Him and his baggy shorts.
He's damn good.
He always wears those shorts, though.
I love it.
He does. He can shoot. He can get away with it. Would you class Jerry Maguire as because he does deal with some football players, right? But again, it's
another one where it's like there is football it's more of the setting than the actual story.
Yeah. It's got football, but it's not about football.
It's about... That is a great film, though. I rewatched that quite recently.
Jerry Maguire's good.
I just sometimes forget how weird Tom Cruise is in real life when I see him act on the screen.
He's easy to forget that he is a nut job.
Yeah,
Also,
Scientology boy.
the teeth thing freaks me out. When you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
What teeth thing?
Oh,
Have you ever
seen?
Have you seen a picture of Tom Cruise smiling?
No.
Yeah, he's just got really stupidly white teeth like every other celebrity.
No, as in the line on the middle of his. I need to find a picture. Give me a second.
Are you going to bring this up on the stream for everyone, Joe?
Of course, he damn is.
Please do it.
While he does that, just throwing a few more names out here. Rudy. I can't remember what team Rudy's about. Is it the Packers? Rudy the Packers?
I've got no clue. I haven't seen Rudy.
It's a fairly old one. It's one of those where it's it seems a bit of a classic. Got Varsity Blues. Isn't that the one where the coach is an absolute dickhead?
Oh yeah, that's the one with the meme where the guy's like crying.
Yeah, and the coach just is a piece of work. Invincible. That's the one about the long snapper, right?
Not the long snapper. He was a gunner, I think, on punts, but he tried out for the Philadelphia Eagles and managed to get it. Yeah, let me
Played for the
share this.
Eagles. Yeah. Right, show us these teeth.
Oh, here we go. He's joined on another monitor.
And
how's that happened?
Yeah, Joe's company gives him lots of tech.
Can you see?
Joe
this?
doesn't have a company.
I can't see.
Yeah, he needs to add it to the stream, brother. There we go. Here we go. There it is. Yeah, that was weird.
Look at this.
Can you zoom in on that, please, Joe?
But not too
it's
far.
It's not right.
Oh, that is weird. Okay. All right.
Okay, that is messed up. So his middle tooth goes like.
So instead of having that gap.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with if
yeah.
If you're in this situation, there's nothing wrong with it, and the fact we didn't notice it speaks volumes. But once you notice it, you can't unsee it on any picture of Tom Cruise smiling.
Just look at the left side of his mouth as well. Look at how out of whack they look. Oh my god!
Right. Okay. Well,
you've had a surgery on that face. It's crazy.
Anyway, Terrell Burgess, American football documentaries, my go-to. Yeah, I absolutely hear you on that one. There are some cracking ones out there, to be fair.
I'm a fan of the A Football Life. So like, the Bruce Arians one's probably one of my top ones at the moment. I'm a big BA fan. Yeah. I did really enjoy that.
Pretty sick.
To be fair, like the NFL Productions content, like in general, the stuff they do, like the Football Lives, I love them. I think they're all brilliant.
Yeah,
those are the Gale Sayers one is actually very good as well. If you don't know Gale Sayers, vintage Bears running back. Well, I guess he was technically a fullback because they had weird formations and stuff.
That was when it was wacky. And then obviously you've got like your Last Chance U and stuff like that. QB1.
Yeah.
Netflix is a hell of a binge as well. Some people come out that better than others.
I don't know. I do get quite bored with like reality TV football. I love football. I love the sport. I love watching football. But when it comes to like the reality side of it, like the QB1, that sort of stuff, like I'll happily put it on, but it's not the sort of thing that'll just draw me back in for more. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, man. Elite 11 is pretty fun as well. If you can watch that. I remember we watched we were quite lucky when we were at uni. Me, Matt, and Sam watched the one with Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields in it.
That was pretty
cool.
Yeah.
My God.
So you never know if you're watching a high schooler who's going to be the number one draft pick one day.
Which is pretty dope. Last Chance U is one of the iconic ones as well, isn't it? Like, I feel like you do have to be in the mood for Last Chance U because I disliked how the first coach they had in the two first seasons they had that same coach who was just a dickhead, and definitely just played up massively to the fact there were cameras there, so it was just more of a dickhead.
Any coach, like, you know, is gonna play up to the fact there's cameras there.
Yeah, that's true.
I do really like All or Nothing as well.
All or Nothing is good, yeah. I feel like it kind of got sidetracked a bit by the fact that Hard Knocks has been around for so long. So people just kind of like, it's basically Amazon's version of Hard Knocks.
I don't really rate anyone that... I only really rate the Cardinals season for All or Nothing.
The Cardinals one was really good.
Because they actually...
The Michigan Wolverines. The Michigan
Yeah.
Wolverines Hard Knock was really, really good. That was one of probably the best football series made ever. I
It
think.
wasn't actually All or Nothing, was it? They called it something else for.
No, it is All or Nothing.
Oh, it
Michigan
is
season
still.
with the Michigan Wolverines. Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of that whole thing.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I feel like they are kind of cursed though, because I'm fairly certain that other than Arizona, every team that's been on it has had a pretty bad season.
It's
I
just
mean, Arizona did literally
distraction,
lose to the Packers in quite a bad way in the
Yeah.
Well, Carson Palmer got injured, and we lost to them in the NFC Championship game. So that was pretty bad.
Who's your starting QB?
Carson Palmer.
No, but in that.
Oh,
Carson
would it
Palmer
have been Drew Stanton or Blaine Gabbert? Yeah, probably Drew Stanton.
Drew Stanton,
Oh,
quarterback.
the typical. He's 6'6". He must be able to throw a ball.
No, he's just one of the BA QBs. Like Bruce Arians, like he loves Drew Stanton and Blaine Gabbert. He takes them.
QBs.
Takes them everywhere.
They are. He does.
Oh, I thought you meant like Bachelors of Arts.
No.
I thought you having a dig at anyone.
It's just cussing them out.
Yeah, I'm doing a BA. What's wrong with that, Joe?
Nice.
Nothing. It's absolutely fine.
Tear out here again. Peyton's Places. I've heard very good things about Peyton Places. Actually, some of those interviews look hilarious.
Peyton Manning he's a cool guy to have on screen.
He is, isn't he? I was thinking that he's one of those personalities.
He's very quick-witted and makes a lot of jokes on the spot. Like,
could we use this whole Peyton Manning thing? Could we use it? This could be the ultimate segue into the final topic.
Oh, you want to talk about golf?
No, you want to talk about golf, from what I've heard.
I was merely trying to think of what's happened in the NFL of
You were
late.
just trying to scrape by.
Yeah, and it is Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady sort of negging each other playing golf, which is mildly amusing, to be fair. But yeah, got me thinking about what current NFL players would you least like to play a round of golf with. I'm Cole Beasley. Do not want to play golf with that man.
Because he's an anti-vaxxer.
But I mean, that is a large part of it, yeah. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I mean, he might spit some bars, though.
I don't want him to. That works against him, Joe. I don't want him. I don't want Cole Beasley bars when I'm trying to play golf.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
I want Cole Beasley bars anywhere.
How often do you play golf?
Never.
I can't. I tried it once. And it was absolutely awful. I can hardly hit the ball.
In our situations, anyone we're playing with, we're not winning because they're NFL players. They
depends. Can we miniaturize it to mini golf?
Mini golf.
In fact, fuck it. I'm hosting this episode. We can do what we want. Yeah, it's mini golf now. Who would you least like to play mini golf with?
Juju.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
he would just piss me off so much.
Be on his phone the whole time, wouldn't he? Actually,
stream it or something, wouldn't he?
He would. I'd be trying to have a conversation with him, or like ask him how his week's been going or so far, and he would just be fucking videoing the whole thing. Can't be having that.
Yeah, doing the Corvette.
Yeah, that's true.
Juju, the scores are tied, and this is the last hole. Can you stop dancing?
On the same note, I think Chase Claypool would do a very similar thing.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Or a lot of any of these NFL players with YouTube accounts, basically, like Michael Pittman included.
I don't have a problem with having a YouTube channel. I don't have a problem with that. It's just the TikTok dancing and just literally just
when the dancing starts, stop.
Exactly. Exactly that.
I mean, I kind of want to pivot this back to. I do want to play golf with Willie Hayes if he's going to be talking about mermaids and dinosaurs not existing.
That would be fun.
Time.
I'd love to play golf with Marshawn Lynch.
That would be.
Oh yeah,
he's amazing.
Also, when the cameras aren't around, you can tell when he's got a hot mic, when he's picked up on someone else's mic or something. He is jokes.
He's a nutty guy.
Yeah, he's mental.
Yeah, busting out jokes every 2 seconds, and he's also a great dude. Gives out turkeys on Thanksgiving to people in the hood. So shout out to that. Shout out to Marshawn.
Shout out. Yeah, that would be jokes. Could you imagine taking I'm sorry, just on. I'm going to shut up about Willie Hayes after this, because it's gone with my mind. Imagine taking Willie Hayes to a dinosaur themed mini golf, and just see what his reaction would be.
He'd just start destroying all the.
Well, that's
Get
not
angry, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it's all fake news. That's what I'd do. That is 100% what I'd do.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd just like. I think Peyton Manning would be.
Yeah,
We've already mentioned him, but he'd be just a good laugh to chat with more than anything.
I get good vibes from Aaron Rodgers as well on quarterbacks. I feel like Aaron Rodgers you'd get the same sort of experience with.
Yeah, I mean, he spent like his whole week just avoiding Packers questions. Like,
That would be it. He'd just be like swerving and swerving and swerving.
Oh.
In fact, he probably wouldn't even turn up for the golf game. Let's be real.
He'd just be like, "You going to talk about Packers? No, I'm not coming.
Nope.
Not doing it."
Mm.
Or going back to people I wouldn't want to play golf with, I would in no way be in the mood to play golf with Rob Gronkowski. He's just he's too
intense.
much.
He's too intense. Yeah.
Could you imagine trying to play golf with him?
Yeah, I don't think he really has an off switch either. Like,
Exactly. He'd just be there like shotgunning beers and stuff, and it's like I'm trying to concentrate on my damn shot.
Do you reckon that's what he does all day, every day, just shotgunning beers? Like lunch. Oh yeah, anyone want a shotgun a beer? Do you reckon he's ever used the little ring on the top?
Doesn't know it's for.
no,
Thinks it's there for decoration.
Straight into the can.
Yeah. Exactly.
Definitely.
What's it called when you smash it against your head and then drink it?
Stupid.
Being a fucking idiot.
He probably does that.
He definitely does do that as well. There is a name for it though. You are right, Joe. I can't remember what it is. Showing our level of social skills there. Who else? Who else would suck to play golf with? In a kind of funny way. Could you imagine playing golf with like Jalen Ramsey and he's just trash talking you the whole time? That would be kind of funny, but also at a point you'd be like, "Shut up."
Yeah. Or I can imagine like Richard Sherman doing the same thing.
Oh, to go back to Jalen Ramsey quickly, that would be rubbish because he'd slide in your girlfriend's DMs before the golf game, which is exactly what he did with high school wide receivers when he was back in the day.
That is elite level
So
shithousery, to be fair. I kind of love that. That is so horrible.
It's such a high school teenager thing to do as well.
I know, like you probably thought it was hilarious as well. He's definitely there, like I'm going to slide into his guy's DMs. We're playing him next.
Well, because he probably had like number 2 US DB recruit in his bio or something. So
Yeah, a
True.
bunch of shirtless pics, scumbag.
And a bunch of interceptions. Just
Bunch of interceptions as well.
the best kind of picks.
Yeah, good picks all round.
Yeah.
I don't know if he got the interception shirtless. To be fair, I'm fairly sure he was wearing.
Would be a
jersey
flex if he did. Yeah. Any other people who in the NFL who you'd just be like, do not play golf with me ever.
Mini golf though. I would
Mini
I
golf,
would want to do
yeah.
actual golf. Actual golf just looks like so much effort.
Yeah, we are not athletic enough.
No, it's not the
Says a lot.
athleticism. It's not the
You
athleticism.
To be fair, if you don't have a caddy or a
It's a lot of lugging stuff around in the
golf cart, then you do burn quite a lot of calories lugging the old
Joe,
clubs.
I mean,
for
you'd
9
be
holes.
fine because of the old VR boxing.
Hey, I played like only 9 holes of golf and
Has it got
burnt
VR
like
golf?
2,000 calories. Yeah.
Do you have to
Yeah.
walk between the holes?
Dude,
Well,
please
I'm not-
get VR
No,
golf and walk
I
between
mean
the
on
holes.
VR golf, yeah, just how do you do that
on
when you
VR
just-
golf. Imagine.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You just hit like 500 yards and you're like, fuck. Just like walking around
Oh
your
shit,
garden.
that's a wall.
That would be wild.
Not advised for players who have ponds in their garden either.
Get hit in the water like, oh, I'm back in the pond.
Oh shit.
God damn it. That would be
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I can't think of many others that I just. It's more like people who I don't think I would connect with because golf,
Yeah.
you end up chatting a lot,
Yeah,
and if it's someone who's just going to be,
boring or
a
too
prick.
much. Or
Yeah.
a prick, yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
I can't
well,
think of many who would definitely be a prick.
who's the Bears dude that punched everyone?
Javon Wims.
Was it Wims?
Yeah, but We
To be
use
fair-
every single one of these top 10 or rank episodes. He comes up in every single one of them.
Yeah, because he punched dude in the middle of the game like an absolute dickhead. He's gonna
Yeah,
get.
but
He's gonna get his desserts.
to be fair, he was being trolled that entire game.
Yeah, by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah,
Play better. Don't punch the dude in the mouth.
you better.
Yeah.
Mm.
See, that would be dangerous to play golf with him because if you started winning, there's a chance he'll just swing at you. That is not golf etiquette, as far as I know.
I can't wait till the off-season ends and we can stop just mentioning Javon Wims and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson every
So
single
you think
week.
that'll happen? You think that's how it's going to go?
Now that's a VR boxing match I want to see.
That would be a hell of a VR boxing match. That I would pay
Actually,
for.
screw it. Just do one of like a big YouTuber event and have them two fight each other.
That's a good idea.
That would be
That's a
good.
good idea.
And Ocho Cinco on the undercard.
Fuck, right, well, let's wrap up this podcast and then we'll start spitballing some about YouTube
We'll
stuff.
organise this.
Let's make it happen, boys.
Dope. Awesome. Well, that about does it then, guys, I think. Thank you so much for everyone that's watched and everyone that will be listening when this goes live on Spotify and other podcasting platforms tomorrow. If you have enjoyed our company this evening and you're not sick of our voices or any of our whimsical, stupid rants, then we do have more content which you can get involved with by checking out the Dropback on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and our website, thedropback.com or .co.uk, whichever you're partial to. Once again, cheers, Stan and Joe, for joining me, and we will catch you guys on the next live stream.
See you
Take
next
care.
week, people.
Laters.